All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome back. Sorry about that, everyone. Something happened to my. Welcome back to the Prospecting Masterclass. We are now live here. We are now live. And I wanted to share with you takeaways on the mindsets of fanatical prospecting. I'm sorry for everyone that was tuning in earlier. I'm super sorry. All right. Because I know a lot of people were tuning in and somehow the power went out. I'm kind of disappointed by that. Power went out. Bummer. But we are here. There were some technical difficulties, but we are back. Here to share. Who does this apply for? Who does this training apply for? If you're in business to business, if you sell to consumers as well, this is for you. This is for anyone that sells. In order for it to be really successful at selling, you must know and you must master prospecting. You must know and master prospecting. Robert Greene once said, in order to achieve mastery, you must commit 10,000 hours to this craft. And I would say through years of sales training, I am proficient. Now, for many of the people that don't know who I am, my name is Kevin. I am the president of Leadz on Demand, and I have built this company for about a year now called Leadz on Demand. We have about 56 clients. We're already at 6 figures in revenue, including some of our client sales. And I'm super happy to be here because our team is leveling up the strength of businesses. We are here to level up your strength in your business during a tough time while businesses are shutting down, people are running out of customers. I'm here to share with you mindsets of fanatical prospecting. I've spoken on dozens of stages on leadership. If you can tell behind me, I also run a leadership company as well. Spoken on stage. I've trained salespeople. I have trained sales teams. I have done so many jobs from door to door, cold calling. I've worked in call centers. I've worked from home. I've sold at liquor stores. I've worked at hardware stores. I've done so many things in sales. Now, I wanted to come with you today because my goal is to provide value, that's free. This is 100% free value. I could charge money for this, and I used to charge money, but for now, my goal is to give you tons of value. And if you're interested in doing business with me in the future, I'd love to connect with you. So what our team does is we provide LinkedIn and cold calling service. We're a done for you service. We provide 2 products. And I'm going to be telling you about this, but straight up, what we do is we do it for you. We help business to business professionals book appointments. Whether you could do that on LinkedIn, whether you can do that on cold calling. We provide these 2 services, 2 products for you to level up your business. Now, some people are super busy. Many business owners are very busy. They don't have time to do this. But some people have a lot of time in their hands. And some of you are salespeople. I have a lot of salespeople that are inside my, that follow me. So before we go in, I wanted to share with you that because these are the takeaways of fanatical prospecting. I'm not sure if you've never read this book before. This is a book written by a sales trainer. His name is Jeb Blount. And he talks about, he built this guide called Fanatical Prospecting, where it's an ultimate guide. It's an ultimate guide to opening sales conversations and filling the pipeline by leveraging social selling, telephone, email, text, and cold calling. This is a great book. I just got it, and I'm gonna be sharing my takeaways today. And one of the chapters is called "The 7 Mindsets of a Fanatical Prospector." So glory to God. God has blessed me here today to be with you, to serve you, to give you this value. Now let's dive in. So on this chapter, I don't know if you've read the book. It's mindset. The mindset is he talks about, Jeb starts with, defining mindset. What does mindset mean? Now he simply makes it, mindset is a mental attitude or inclination. It's the way I think. So for me, during the day, I work in construction. I have a business that I run in the evenings. And during the day, I work in construction. I work I work in the industrial yard, and I'm a laborer. I work my butt off all the time. And some of the people that I work with, I love them. God bless them. But I do know that their mindset is different than mine. I know that my goal is to not be a construction worker, all my life. My goal is to not be in work in construction all the time. My goal is to not do that. My goal is to grow my business, and this job is just a part of me that I could use to help fund and finance my business and to also glorify Almighty God. And working with these guys, I got 2 guys that I work with, and they're both great. They're awesome. They're good people. But I know, and some of the people that I've worked with in the past, I'm not going to share their names, but they have different mindsets than me. I work with a guy, I'm not going to tell what his name is. He's a good man. He's a great guy. He has a family, and he's moved from another province. He has a different attitude and mindset about money. He has a different mindset about business. He has a different mindset about many things. Love him to death. This guy works his ass off. He's a good guy. He just has a different mindset. Sometimes, he's telling me how once work's done, he's gonna go smoke some weed. He's gonna get drunk. He's just gonna pass out after work, pay the bills, boom. That's all he's gonna do. His mindset is, hey, after work, I'm gonna go spend my money and do this. So his mindset about money is like, okay, all right. He wants to make money, just works his 8-hour job. His mindset, he doesn't really like his job. He tells me how he hates the job and he wants to quit and how he doesn't really like it. But his mindset is different. And how it is his mindset is spending money. His mindset, maybe his attitude about work. His mindset is different in the way his attitude is about like his points of view. Sometimes not liking it. Maybe he'll complain about the job. His mindset's different. Versus me, when I go to work, I am ready. I know, look, I don't like doing this job. I don't like working in construction, but I show up anyways. I'm going to show up and I'm going to use every dollar that I get from this company. I'm going to become great at this job. I learned this from one of my mentors, Grant Cardone. He said, look, if you hate your job, at least be great at it. So my attitude is, look, even though I work a job it's okay. I lift, I'm working out. Like, I actually love it how we're always moving. I'm always walking. I'm always lifting. I'm always pushing things. I'm always twisting my body. That way, look, I'm getting fit at this job. I love this job in a way because maybe I'm not doing something exactly that I like, but I'm getting in good shape. I'm making okay money per hour. I don't have to sell. And I'm doing this for God. I'm not sure if you're religious. Hope I don't turn you off by God, but I'm a really Christian man. I'm devout. I believe in Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ. And my mindset is I'm doing everything through him. That the reason why I'm here is my plan is here. So my mindset is different. My mindset is on growth. My mindset is on this job is going to help the long-term vision of my companies and my business. It's a long-term game. It's not just a short-term thing. I'm not just here to use my money and spend it. I'm learning about finances at the moment. I was on a masterclass yesterday and they talked about how, save money and invest it. So I really want to invest my money. And my first goal, I have to do a bunch of things. And in order to do that, I want to pay off debt. And in order to do that, I need to sell. So this is how it all applies to you. And I want to give you a couple things and a couple takeaways on why sales is key. Success always leaves clues, everyone. I want you to know that success leaves clues. Aristotle has always told this. Thousands of philosophers have told us. Jesus Christ always told us. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Guys, we do not need to reinvent the wheel to do things all over again. We do not need to do all that. All right? There are so many people in history that have done it already. Why do we need to reinvent the wheel where we can repeat what has been done before? So the cool thing about this is Jeb has really broken it down for us in a short paragraph that success always leaves clues. If we look back in history, if we look back on things that, world leaders have done or successful business people have done in the past, we can learn a lot of key things, such as how to fight a battle. If you look at the military, they've learned a lot from World War II and the Korean War and the Vietnam War and all these different wars that happen in the world. All these countries are learning how to use their politics and how to negotiate. We all learn from each other. Success leaves clues. So what he has done, Jeb Blount, the author of this book, Fanatical Prospecting, he studied successful prospectors. He has interviewed successful salespeople who know how to fill up the top of their funnel. And he dove into exactly how they became successful. Now I'm going to be sharing 7 steps with you, 7 mindsets. As I go, if you do have a question, please let me know. You could actually put it down below in the Facebook. Let me just. You could actually put it down. Let me just. All right. So you can put it down below, and I just had to check something. If you do have any questions, put it down below into this, either on, if you're watching me on Facebook. I'm also going to put this on YouTube as well. So if you're watching YouTube, I'm going to put this down below. If you do have any questions, just feel free to send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me at wgoc.hq@gmail.com. You can email me there. Happy to answer any questions. If your team needs any leads or anything done by me on our team, I'm happy to help. And let's dive in because this is key. I want to share with you this gift of knowledge, successful prospectors. So this is the first trait. If you're watching, get some notes, write your notes, get a pen, get something that you can do to study and learn. Successful people always write down their notes. Write this down, everyone. You learn more if you write things down. Now, This is what it is: optimistic and enthusiasm. If you look at the top sales prospectors, they are optimistic, they are enthusiastic, they love their job, and they're optimistic, they're enthusiastic, they love what they do, they're positive people. These are people that are key. You know, I know so many salespeople. I've met thousands of salespeople during my life. I'm only 25 years old, but I've been in sales for a long time. And many of them are super optimistic. A lot of them have great positive attitudes. They're happy. They're jiving. Let me tell you about one of this guy. So I used to work in a company called Smart Haven Security. Now, this is a door-to-door company. They still sell door-to-door. They sell home security, ADT. So they go door-to-door in all these communities in Calgary. I'm from Calgary. And we used to wake up, meetings were at 12, and we had this one sales manager named John. He's a great guy. I still follow this guy on Instagram. He's been partying lots. But back then when I was learning from him and he was a coach of mine, is that this dude was always hype. We had a sales meeting at 12 p.m. So every day we would have to go down to the office. We'd take the bus or we'd take the train down to the office. I'd walk. I would go inside, the office. We'd have fun in the office. Now inside this place, we'd have our meetings. Every day we'd have a meeting, we'd role play, we'd be like, yeah, we'd always laugh and have fun. This dude was super optimistic. His name was John. He's one of our sales managers, and he would start off the meeting with great positivity. There's a man named Kane, and also when he's another sales manager, he had great positivity. He was super happy. He was always positive. He had a great mindset. And every day, this dude would just always have a great attitude. These guys would be great, super optimistic, super jiving, always positive. They're always giving love. If you're a prospector, and these are the guys that actually sold a lot of products, they were always happy, especially when it was tough, especially when things were rough, especially when they were getting a lot of rejection, when they failed. There's some days they would knock all these doors and they would not get a sale, but there were a lot of days where they'd get 2, 3, 4 sales a day. And one of the biggest things I learned was they'd be optimistic. No matter if they were rejected, no matter if someone's like yelled at them, no matter if someone punched them, they would always be optimistic. They would always know that, hey, there's the next door, they can help someone. They were always optimistic and enthusiastic. They always had great levels of energy. And that was second thing, they were competitive. So these guys were, what I've learned is, being a prospector is competitive. Being in business, you will always have people that are trying to compete with you. For example, with me, Leadz on Demand. There are so many lead gen companies out in the world that do a lot of lead gen. They do a lot of promotion. They're always promoting themselves. They're always doing things. One of the key things about them is that there's always competition. There's another company doing Leadz. There's always going to be another guy on LinkedIn. There's always going to be another telemarketing company that is doing exactly what I'm doing. They are my competition. My mindset these days is we collaborate, we don't compete. Either way, whether someone does business with me or not, I am happy that the client is getting their problem solved. That is the number one thing I care about. Look, maybe if the client doesn't buy from me, I'm happy that this person goes with someone they trust and that they will get the results that they want. And if it's with me, great. If not, no worries. But the mindsets of successful fanatical prospectors, they're competitive. They're ready to win. They see business as warfare. They are ready to die for their cause. They had great levels of competition. So they are always ready to compete with each other. They would wake up early. They would treat sales as a sport. You know, sales is like a sport, everyone. The more people you talk to, the more times you will win. So when I was working for one of my clients, I have an example. One of my clients is used to be the Georgia Strait. So I live in Vancouver. I'm in Vancouver at the moment. The magazine that I used to work for is it's one of the biggest magazines. But every day I would prepare myself in the morning. I would do a workout. I would stay positive. I would eat some good food. I would always drink a lot of water because every day I would be focused on how can I crush the competition. There were so many advertising and marketing agencies out right now during COVID. They were all fighting for a deal. How can I compete? How can I stay ahead? When I was doing door to door, I was competing with the other guys in the company. I was competing with them. I was trying to do better with them. Even though people say don't compete, it's always good to compete. Whenever we had competitions, we always did a good job. So far we talked about being optimistic, being enthusiastic, having a great level of competition. Now, the third trait that I want to share with you is these great sales fanatical prospectors, they were confident. They believed. Now, this is my takeaway. As Jeb talks about this, a prospector must be confident. He must have great levels of confidence. He must have great levels of confidence in two things. Now, what they must have confidence in, they must have confidence in themselves. They also must have great levels of confidence in their product. Okay, sorry. All right. So this is a very key thing, is that as we go to confidence, is that great fanatical prospectors are confident. Now, to my friends on Instagram that are just joining me now, welcome. I am sharing the 7 fanatical mindsets of a prospector. So I'm sharing with you the third one. Feel free to tune in, take some notes. I know you're all joining late, but I just want to share this with you, and I trust you'll gain value, and who knows, maybe you'll do some business with me. They are confident. Like I said earlier, fanatical prospectors are confident in themselves. But number 2, they are confident in their product. They know their product is the number 1. They know their product is the key. They know their product will change and revolutionize lives. If you look at high levels of certainty, you look at people with high levels of confidence, you look at people with high levels of confidence in themselves, you will see that they truly believe. Now, a great example is someone who is religious. A great example is someone who speaks with confidence, is a preacher. Sometimes you'll find people that believe in God, and some people, when they do believe in God, they truly believe. They know that their God is the number 1. So you look at missionaries, you look at people that spread the word of God, you look at street preachers. I know a couple street preachers that I know in this city Sometimes I go out. I think I'm going to go out later and street preach. I will go out later and street preach. Is that they have immense confidence in themselves. They have immense confidence in their ability. They have immense confidence in that God is number one. So they will talk to people about it. They will yell to people about it. They will share that with everyone. They are not afraid if the police come. They are not afraid if someone judges them. They are not afraid if someone from another community tries to fight them. They are not afraid if someone swears at them. They are not afraid if someone wants to fight them, because they have true confidence in what they're doing, and they have true confidence in their product. And sometimes that is their religion, Jesus Christ or God, Allah, whatever, whoever it is for you. Fanatical prospectors have high levels of confidence. Now, this is the next one, relentless. Now, people's of fanatical prospectors are relentless. They never stop. They always keep going. So what is key for someone who is relentless, a fanatical prospector that is relentless, is that they will always continue moving forward. Just like the first one, which is, I said, optimistic, fanatical prospectors are relentless. They keep moving forward. They keep driving forward. And I look at fighters. I'm reminded of fighters that fight. And only not a lot of fighters do this, but there are some fighters that keep moving forward. There are fighters that even though they get their ass kicked, they still fight. There are fighters that get punched in the head 20 times, but they still get back up. They still move forward. Now, what this means to you, if you're in sales, if you are a salesperson, if you sell on the phone, if you are a prospector, you cold message, you cold call, maybe you do door to door, relentless people, they stay focused. They keep moving forward. When their goal is to make 100 calls and they're on call number 5, and by number 5 they were getting rejected, they are getting pushed away, they feel like trash, they feel angry, they feel sad, like shit, I'm getting rejected. They still pick up the call and they make one more call. When I was working with the Georgia Straight, one of my clients that we worked with, we've made them $20,000 in revenue. So our company, Leadz on Demand, we helped them make $20,000. That is something really great, and I'm proud of doing that. Now, for me, I said I need to keep moving forward. After making hundreds of phone, I made a commitment that I need to make 100 cold calls every day. Every day I would make 100 cold calls. Now, there's some days where like some people would answer and they'd be like, screw off. There'd be some days where people are like, I don't want to talk to you. There's some days where like, look, you're too pushy. All these people would tell me, hey, Kevin, you need to chill out. I would still push on. I would still make one more call. And that's what Jeb talks about in this book. He talks about one more call. And that's what it means to be relentless. Now, the next one is thirsty for knowledge. Are you thirsty for knowledge? I have a cup right here. And earlier today, I was like, yo, I need to get some water. And I don't like drinking from the tap. I honestly do not. I used to drink from it a lot, but then one day I got super sick and I stopped drinking from the tap. I was like, dude, the tap is screwing me up. So today I was really thirsty. I ended up boiling water. I might just go to the store and buy those big jugs of water. And I was thirsty. So I felt weak. I felt like kind of like, oh, my muscles were tight. And I was honestly thirsty. I needed water. Now, what is key for this is for fanatical prospectors is that they are always thirsty for knowledge. They are always ready. They want to learn. They always want to level up their knowledge and their strength. And how they do that is successful salespeople are always studying. You look at the top 1% of salespeople that make a lot of money, they are always developing themselves. They are always growing. They are always developing. They are always strengthening their sword. And being thirsty for knowledge does not mean, hey, I'm going to watch Netflix and watch a documentary. You could do that. But it also means investing money into books, getting podcasts, audio books. If you could look over here, I have a huge bookshelf. I have a massive bookshelf in front of in my room. I have a bookshelf right here. And I'm always reading every day. My goal is to read for 30 minutes. I study courses. I have mentors. I'm always asking questions. And I do my best to invest back into me because I know I can make money. But I need to do it in always developing. So one of the books that I'm learning is I'm reading the Holy Bible, reading the Word of God. But I got this book, Fanatical Prospecting. So I'm reading this book because I want to be good at prospecting. I want to level up my prospecting skills. So I'm always staying thirsty for knowledge. And how I do this is I always keep my glass and I'm always filling it up with knowledge. And look, you can do that once a day. You can do that 2 times a day. You can do that 3 times a day. But as you remain thirsty for knowledge, it's always drinking knowledge, always learning, not just learning on Monday. I'm talking about learning on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, always drinking that knowledge every day, drinking, learning, not drinking alcohol, drinking water, and just studying and developing yourself. But hey, I want to let you know that look, it's not always just about reading. You need to take action. You can learn, but you always need to take action on what you're learning. So successful fanatical prospectors are always trying something new, reading books on handling objections, reading books on how to email people, how to text people, how to message people, how to cold call people. They are always thirsty for knowledge, getting ready. All right, so the next one is systematic and efficient. That is the next thing that I wanted to share with you today. Is that fanatical prospectors, this is the mindset of having the mindset of being efficient and systematic. Now, what this means for you is making sure that when you're selling, you follow a system. You are always improving your systems. Now, I use a lot of Facebook Messenger when I sell. I actually use a lot of when our team, we sell through messaging, we sell through LinkedIn, we sell through cold calling. I find a lot of my clients on Facebook groups. I get a lot of good leads on Facebook groups. So I will go to where they have, people that are my client. I will go to this group, I'll post or I'll comment, and some people need help. I'll go answer their question. I'll write a comment, give value. Or some people would reach out to me and be like, hey, I need help with this. Can you help? Now, I always follow a system and I'm always improving my system. My system isn't always the same at every time, but I follow a system. I always start off asking questions, fact finding. Or actually, I have a system. It's like a sales process. I learned this from Grant Cardone. Greeting. I greet them. Hey, how's it going? Then I jump right into my fact finding. Hey, what can I help you with? What are you looking for? What exactly can I help you need? I always like to ask questions. What are your goals? What's important to you? What are you looking to achieve? I always have a system that I stick forward through with strength. I am systematic. Then the next thing is, once I have more information, I'll propose an offer. I'll be like, hey, look, I have this for you. You want to jump on a phone call? So I'll get them on a phone call. And that's where I'll go deeper into the offer. I'll go deeper into my product. So what we offer is LinkedIn messaging. So if you need LinkedIn, I'll tell you about how you'll have a team sending 1,000 invite connects on LinkedIn. You'll have a great copywriting system that's problem focused, getting straight to the point. I'll get systematic and I'll talk about how great it is. I'll bring up the price as well. I'll let them know that it's not free. Oh, that's a key thing as well. I'm always systematic with my disqualifying. I'm always trying to disqualify people because people, especially, they like to waste time, or maybe it's not now, or maybe they cannot afford it. They're just asking for information. My goal is to systemize my disqualification fast. So it's systematic. Now, this is the last one, everyone. It's adaptable and flexible. Fanatical prospectors are always adapting. They are always continuing moving forward. They're always switching. So look, if you are like, maybe you have a system that you follow every day. There's a lot of people that I know that they stick to the same thing that they're doing all the time. They stick to it. They're like, hey, I'm going to do this all the time. I'm going to follow this system all the time. But fanatical prospectors, they need to adapt. They need to be flexible. You need to always be willing to change. And in order to do that, you got to change your system. You have to switch it up sometimes. You can't just stick to it. You got to also change it. You got to be also willing to change your ways. Because if you're stuck in one way, you're not going to grow. You need to be able to tweak and to change things. That is what it means to be adaptable and flexible. So everyone, what time is it? We have about 4 minutes left. We have 4 minutes left. And I'm going to say bye to everyone here on Instagram. I'm going to say bye because I got to check the questions. So I'm going to check the questions as well. For anyone that has questions, please let me know what you think about what I talked about. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you do have any other questions at all about it. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments if you do have a question about what we talked about, because I'm always happy to help. I'm not here to sell you all the time. I'm here to also add value, making sure that your needs are met and that our team can help you the best way. Optimistic, enthusiasm. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. So far today, everyone, we covered 7 key mindsets. I talked to you about the definition of mindset. We covered this and how this is key. I shared with you a couple stories about my coworkers, how success always leaves clues. I told you about how, Jeb Blount, such a great guy. This is a great book. I'm going to keep diving into this book, how they're optimistic, how they're always staying positive through hard times, how you can stay focused, especially during COVID-19, and how your business might shut down, staying competitive, how sales prospectors are confident. They know and they have deep confidence in themselves and also their product, how they are relentless, how they are thirsty for knowledge, always learning. I like this one. Systematic and efficient, following a system, adaptable and flexible, changing and evolving. Now, I'm going to go deeper, everyone. If you would like to read this book, go ahead and find it on Amazon. You can find this book on Amazon, Fanatical Prospecting. I know a place where you can get it for free. I actually got this for free. I should pay this guy somehow. It's because this guy gave value. Go follow Jeb Blount. He's a great guy. He is amazing. Now, If there is any way that our team can help you regarding lead gen, let me know. If you have any needs that you need, let me know. I'm always happy to help. This is Leadz on Demand. Happy to help you guys. Take care.